How's it going, everybody? So, Renown has a problem, or so I claim. Well, not just me, quite a few people actually. And most of you probably experience this on a daily basis, but because it's been the same for so long, we kinda look at it as normal. If I remember correctly, the Renown system for Dominion hasn't changed ever since the game's release. Different game modes might have gotten completely different Renown game systems, but Dominion, our main game mode, still follows the rules that were laid out at the very beginning. The gameplay in the background isn't anything good, but what I want you to pay attention to is what I do and how much Renown I get for it. That was the last game of the evening and we were pretty much on autopilot, so excuse some of the plays. I'll get into details for characters in just a second. The Renown system we've had for so long operates on the basis of classes. If a character belongs to a specific class, meaning Vanguard, Heavy, Assassin or Hybrid, then the Renown gain is determined by that, no matter what the character's actual role is. And I think we can all agree that the class definitions at this time, in year 4 of this game, don't really fit all that well anymore. You can even argue that these classes never really fit at all. The lines have been blurry for a long time now. We have hybrids with reflex guard, we have heavies with insane dodge attacks, and we have hybrids that are tankier than heavies. So this begs the question, should Renown even be tied to a character's class? Feel free to share your opinions and possible solutions to this. I will give you a few examples now for assassins, because especially assassins feel the impact of this a lot. You experience feast or famine games quite often, meaning you either maybe unlock your second feat by the end of the match, or you unlock your fourth 2 minutes into the game. Yet, when you look at either scenario, you might have played exactly like your team expected you to. In both kind of games you helped win the game, but because of how the game rewards you for your actions, depending on your class, you might have really low Renown. You should have seen this in the gameplay in the background already. I move from gank to gank and get assists, but because I play Assassin, I get a measly 3 Renown for it. But I'm not playing wrong in that match, I'm contributing to my team's success. This is where my previous statement comes in. My role is different than what my class, and thus my Renown gain, wants me to do. An Assassin is supposed to contest enemy points, get solo kills, and get kill streaks. That is what the game wants me to do. But if you play Shaman, for example, your job is to assist in ganks. Your main objective is to find 1v1 situations and help out your teammate with a quick kill. But because of how Bite works, the kill will most likely go over to my teammate. I don't really want to fight one-on-ones or fight outnumbered. That is not what my character's role is. I have a different job on the map. And one of these jobs is definitely backcapping. If the situation arises, you should go and try to get their home point. But once again, as an assassin, you get the lowest amount of Renown for a capture. Let's keep going with that scenario. Shaman runs traps and puts traps on the point. I've explained why she's so good at this in multiple videos, so she wants to stay on the point. But it's heavies that get the most Renown from boosting the point. Now I need to hope that someone comes along and I can contest, because that gives me the most. But if I succeed and defend our point, I once again get the least amount of Renown possible out of all the classes. This whole system is backwards. Not only is the Renown gain for each class kind of messed up, but the biggest issue is that characters do not even fall into those 4 roles that the game decided to base the Renown system on. The game is much more varied when it comes to roles. Mid characters can be Vanguards, Hybrids and Heavies alike. We've seen all 3 of these classes occupy the mid lane and dominate the meta for a specific time. Currently, it's Lobring and Kensei. Totally different classes, but both completely viable as mid characters. Side point characters are mostly heavies, despite Vanguards getting the most Renown for defending a point. I've given a lot of specific examples for assassins because for them all the issues are really magnified. But as you've imagined, assassins don't all fall into the same category either. Yes, some of them are mainly gankers like Shaman or Gladiator, but you also have Nusha who, with caltrops, can absolutely stay in mid and kill minions quite successfully. Or Shinobi who, well, sadly is in a shit state at the moment, but his ranged attacks can still work extremely well in teamfights. Now the question is, what is the best approach to fix these discrepancies? Because for a lot of things, we already pretty much have parity. All Vanguards, Heavies and Hybrids, for example, get 2 Renown for a minion kill. So do we even go through all the trouble in making a Renown game based on character role? Roles that are independent of class, but also might change over time. If balancing in that regard was flexible and quick, this could reward the best playstyle for each character, also with the highest Renown gain. It could teach players good habits, and the scoreboard would actually reflect whether someone did their job and contributed to the win or loss. Because as it is right now, looking at the scoreboard at the end of a minion match, it doesn't really tell you all that. Well, it won't tell you the full picture at least. The other approach is to simply make a Renown gain universal and completely independent of class. All tasks give the same amount of Renown no matter the class you play. Killing minions, capturing zones, assists, kills, honorable fights, and so on. Basically like Breach. But then you run into the issue that farming pikemen gives you a stupid amount of Renown, while all the other tasks lag behind. But yeah, both solutions are better than what we have now. You can take a look at the Renown table in the info hub yourself to see how skewed the whole thing is. Is the whole thing a pressing concern? I don't think so. Is it something the devs should keep in mind and maybe start thinking about solutions? Definitely. Use the testing grounds for this, just change some numbers and let us play a few rounds. I don't think that's that much work. But yeah, feel free to share your opinions. I hope the video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Laters everybody.